Hi everyone, greetings. Allie the agent here. I know it's been a while since I have done my Once Upon an Offer posts. I have been just running around like a wild woman. The market is insane. Inventory is down crazily. It's down about, in April it was down 30% and now it's down 37%. So I am just running around with my buyers. We're putting down offers. The second something is put on the market, we run out there if we can, if they're allowing it. And you know, it's challenging. So it's a probabilities game and you got to keep trying. So there's so much offer strategy that I want to talk about, but I am going to focus on one right now because it recently came up and I think it's a good one. So what to do, how do you determine your offer strategy when it's a home that you need to do renovations to? You have to fix it up. It's a fixer-upper. So the first thing we want to look at it is we want to determine what the value is in its current condition. So that's number one. Then we need to determine what your list is, what you need to do in order to renovate it so you're going to be happy there. And we need to figure out the budget for that. Depending on how much time we have, I can help with that. I have done renovations myself. I do this with clients a lot, have walkthroughs with contractors. So we can either have an estimate based on previous experience or talking to someone, or we have a contractor come through. It depends on your experience with renovations, how much room there is in the budget, and also what your hold period is. Hold period is really important because we want to look at the immediate after renovation value as if you were going to sell it today. We want to make sure that you at least break even on that, and hope that with our continued increased demand, depending on the location, that if you hold it for 10 years, you know, maybe you can do all the projects that you want over the course of time, versus if you're just gonna hold it for 5 years, then you might wanna rethink doing a lot of renovations because you might not get your money worth on that. So we do that type of an analysis. We try to look at projections in terms of what we see going on in the environment right now and what the economic indicators are for future in terms of rates, demand, you know, companies coming, all that different stuff. So basically, once we figure that out, we have to determine our offer strategy. So if at the asking price, you can do all of these, you know, all of these renovations, then, and it's new to market, then, you know, you can go in an asking price. If it's new to market and it's a bidding war and there's room with that ARV value to bid over and you really are dying to have the property, you can do that as well. And then, you know, of course, if it doesn't make sense, if it's too expensive for all of these projects that you want to do, then we need to reconsider. You know, if you are going to live there, you have to think about it. You know, you never want to, you want to protect the value of your home. It is an asset. And you don't want to overbuild, because when you overbuild or develop for your area or your particular home, you're not going to get that return and you're going to be really disappointed when you go to sell eventually. So it's important that we consider your holding period. If you think this is going to be your forever home, then maybe you be a little bit more loose with that budget, because at the end of the day, it's hard to have a hybrid home and investment. And there are things I've done in my own home where I've done it with my eyes wide open, that I'm spending a lot of money on this and it's going to bring me joy. It's going to bring me this amount of value, but it's going to bring me this amount of joy. And that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to get a return on my value. The properties that I own right now will all eventually become rental properties. So some of them are, and one of them we live in and it'll eventually be a rental property. So, you know, and then I'll get into my forever home. So I'm a buy and hold girl, so I have a different approach. But that's what we look at, because sometimes you can get a really good deal on a property that needs renovations if you have that vision, if you have the stomach for it, and if you have the liquidity in order to do those renovations. Of course, that's really important because you will pay a premium for it if someone else did it, in particular our current market. So I hope that's helpful, everyone. And if you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out, but I'll leave it at that. Bye.